I definitely may have an addiction to, you know, 80s model Fords. Oh, trust me, that ain't all of them. We go around back, I even got some 90s models. Got ourselves a nice 92. Beginning of the factory turbos for the IDIs until they went to the TDIs. Another Bronco. This one I believe was like a 90. My brother's friend did a automatic to a manual conversion. Totally messed that up. So that'll be its own video of putting that back to factory original. Hard to see, but I got a 79 Ford dump truck there, and back underneath that tree is a, I believe, another 78 or 79 Chevy. Friends in the process of doing an LS swap. So as you can see, tree fell, took out camper and some other stuff. Continue around back. This Hillbilly got some nice property in the Poconos. Live on a dirt road. No one says anything to you. And of course I bought a new POS, 250,000 miles, but it has the motor and trans that I need for my other pickup. Oh, I think I got someone stealing fuel. Someone's gonna get what they deserve when I catch them. I don't like that. Back to the fun stuff. Up here. This truck here, I've had this thing 12, 13 years. Then again, I had it, I drove it for a while, a couple years. Then I gave it to my brother. Still in my name, he drove for a year, almost 2 years. Moved away, told me to do what I want with the truck. Mentioned to my other brother I'm selling it. And he says, hey, my niece wants the truck. I said, well, hey, happy 16th birthday, it's yours. She took a lot of good care of it for a couple years there. Had all new front end parts put on it. A lot of the truck serviced over. I mean, the body's still in nice shape, but I had too many trucks, and I just said, well, when they wanted to get rid of it, I took it back from them because there were transmission issues. And it's just sitting here. This will be a one day, will it run again? Will it go back on the road? Or I'm going to pull the whole body apart, and this body's going on a different truck. I was going to take this piece of metal out of here, but it's pretty rotted. Don't look bad out here. Second you come on to the inside. Yeah, I couldn't use that. But man, this truck is a gem. It got beautiful patina. Interior is still all here. It's not all busted apart really. How many miles this one got on it? Well, that says 35,000. I think this has 235,000. I don't think it's at 135. Oh, I hear my brother's home with my 83 S10 Blazer. Top of the other Blazer over there. Well, back to work. Enough fooling around. Good morning, everybody. Got my 1987 Bronco out here. He hasn't been inspected in quite a few years, and it is 2024. It's almost November of 2024. Tomorrow will be the 1st, I believe. No, tomorrow's the 31st. Close enough. Today we're going to work on some of the body rod I got. I did the passenger side a couple months ago, earlier in the spring. I put the vehicle on the road after sitting off the road for 10 years. And you can see it got the average rot that a Ford will get in the wheel wells and whatnot. But overall, the rest of the truck ain't bad. I mean, it's really the worst of it. Interior's a bit dirty. I've been driving it. The frame on this thing, though, nice and solid underneath the body. later when I have it in the air doing the exhaust and some other work to it. I'll show you that. I did make a little bit of a, well, I started a video on working on the rear end of this thing, but it didn't go so well, so we'll make a video on how come it didn't go so well. I got a shop cat. Yep, I'm gonna get a few things set up, but other than that, I'll show you the rest of this real quick. Tailgate, that's the worst of it down there at the bottom. Let's see this other side. It's the side that I had already prepared. It's not show quality. It's all lumpy and wavy, but you know what? It's solid and it's back on the road, and I am happy. And people love the look of the truck. You know, you can clearly tell it was repaired. Everybody loves it. Whether you're a Ford, Dodge, or Chevy man, you gotta love a Bronco. And I ain't talking about these new pieces of crap that came out a couple years back. Talking about the original few body styles. Anyway, let me get the camera set up here and show you how I'm going to mark this out and get some cutting done. This ain't a how-to. This is just what I'm doing. And you just can laugh at my stupidity because, you know, I like to smear a little bit of spackle on it. I mean, body filler, not spackle. We won't be using spackle. Definitely not. But, yeah, that's it. See you in a minute. Okay, got a few things set up here. Oh, cleaner, this. Get a little spritz. Oh. Probably making all the body man actual professionals out there cringe a little. Just smear the dirt into the paint, you know? That's what you want to do. Ah, yeah, smear it right in there. A little more lubricity here. Oh. Perfect. Yeah, let's see. And let's clean up over here. Gotta see the lines I'm gonna put down here, you know? Alright. Make that beautiful paint shine. Yeah. Oh, still need this. Yeah, this my panel's been sitting for a while and it's filthy also. A little slick shine before going to work. These are just the cheapest panels I could find. And no, I was not replacing the whole quarter. And I'm not going to replace the whole quarter. I replaced the least amount of metal. Oh, look at that. I scratched the paint. I replaced the least amount of metal as I have to. If it's still good metal on the truck, it stays. If it's rotted, I cut it out. Alright. Well, let's see. Yeah. Put that marker out in my pocket. This one got the tip on it. We can use it. Alright. If I get that thing out of my way too real quick. That there. Be sure to scratch your paint some more. Old trucks love it. Self-tappers. Let's get them on out. Get them on the side. Beautiful. Don't worry, it's only rotted metal. rotted metal that is fighting me. Yeah. I know a real pry bar would help, but there we go. Shove it on down. Right there, so that's it. Alright, now let's get this up here. Totally, that way. Come on. Yeah, in here. Right on up. Line up there. That line up there. Couple reference points. Middle-ish is kind of here. Close enough. So clearly, this is all that's rotten here. This here's solid. This is rotten. Maybe rotten, still strong. And there's rotten. I could go down to there, or I could come up. I might come up this way if I want to replace. If I get rot in the future, which it's inevitable, then I can always get the same kind of panel and then go down to these lines. But we might just come in here, bring it on up and around, and back down. So I should probably draw a straight line if I'm gonna do that. It don't necessarily matter, but something like there. Like here. And just something like that. So with that said, I don't care, keep that off. So from that point on down to there, something like that. Yeah, so say we cut this off like right about there. Yeah. Yes, yes. I see. I like. Good enough. Let's see. Realistically, it's on the inside. So if I just something out here. Be nice if I had a straight edge. Straight edge acquired. Yes, I like. And take it down like so. I could go all the way down to there. I might keep that piece. The corner. Yeah, I want to come somewhere around there. I'm going to say right about here. Huh, what do you know? Okay. There. I'm gonna cut that one on the outside of the line. Over here, obviously, I don't want to get into any of that crap. If I just stay too I think that's what I'm going to start with. See, this will wind up fitting in here, then we'll draw that out. Until then, somewhat transfer my line straight down. So I got a reference point when I put it back up. And yep, that'll be fine. We're just gonna roll with it, yeah? I'm gonna shut the camera off for all the cutting. No need to have that sound into the video. See you in a minute. Ba-bam. That's cut. So, I take this, I'll stick her on up in here somewhere. Kind of eyeball my mark there and just push it up. See how that's kind of gonna fit. Now, could I have cut it out a little further there? Yeah. Don't worry about it? No. It don't matter. None of this matters. Something's a little off there. It might just be the old one. Rotted out, curved in a little. But overall, it's a lot better. A little close to it there, but I'll be happy. I'll be alright. I'll be fine. What I'm going to do is mark this now. All the way around. If you hear that sound out there, it's all crows. That time of the year. Okay. Guess that one line didn't come out that well. Hold on. We can patch it back up. Yeah. I think I didn't get the thing back where it was. There we got a line. Some sort. Okay. So I'll cut out right along these lines here. And we'll get a rough fitting. Not gonna worry about that line. Not gonna worry about it out there. Not gonna worry about that. And not gonna worry about this. Ignore that. We're just gonna take it in this corner. Excuse me. I'll take it on up. Once again, I'll spare you the grinding sound, and I shall do that myself. Well, that's looking a lot better. Nah, not yet. Still needs a lot of work. But I cut my lines a little big. Nah. Anyway, grinder and paint makes the welder on ain't. It's fine. It's only steel. You weld it back together. Now, it don't line up 100% perfect, but remember, it is an aftermarket patch panel. And secondly, this thing's so rusted and it don't have supports anywhere that the body just flops around. So, I'm gonna get a little more prep done up in here. Got my edges all cleaned up so I can weld if I was trying to weld through paint. It's bad enough, you know. I may weld through things I shouldn't. But that's between us. So this, I'm gonna get cleaned up here again a little more, and I'm gonna get the welder set up and start putting a few tacks in, and then I'll bring it back. If I can find a mask and put the camera in a mask, I'd gladly show you how I go through and tack them. But if I can't find a mask that works, then I'll weld it, and you just get to see it at the end. Oh well, see you in a little bit. Looks a bit different, hey? Didn't do too bad of a job. A little bit of warpage. Got some dents. It's hard to see. I can see one coming up like right around here. There's a few right along the edges. Still got to be ground all down, but you can see how much of less of the panel that I actually used. This way, when it rots out, it's not an if, it is a when it rots out again, I can get the same kind of panel. Hopefully it fits enough, right enough. And we can cut it up farther. But that'll be maybe 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. Who knows? But working on the piece over here, sometimes you gotta manufacture your own. Make my way into my very messy corner. This is a piece I just bent, and holy crap. Yeah. Even got this side edge. May have done this before. A little wench. Wench. That's totally a wench. The little vise there may be small, but I've done some pretty big pieces of metal with it. Improperly, but it's done, and projects are back on the road, eh? So, let me get that cut out and tack that one in, and then do the same thing for over here, but with a little bit bigger piece of metal. And then I get to go through the matting process, grinding it all smooth. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, well, the truck bed out back kind of made a nice little sacrifice, so I didn't have to make this whole piece, because the piece of steel I got for that is in another vehicle, and my brother has that at work. Still all wavy, but once again, I don't care. But it's in there. It's all solid metal. Little corner, a little bit, yeah, fiber filler will fill that up, right? You know. But next step is the long process of grinding. Yep. Well, I'll spare you that once again. No need to hear all that noise. And I'll bring it back when I start applying some body filler. See you shortly. Hey, good morning everybody. I left off with the back panel over here and down on over there with the truck that made its sacrifice. I'll show you the truck that made its sacrifice a little bit later. But then my neighbor stopped down and started talking, and I'm like, well, he says, what's your next step? And I'm like, well, done the interior. We're going a little hog wild. I mean, we gutted it, and then I went through, started cleaning it. And I put foam up inside the walls there, just to help some of the vibrations and the, the dings and dents, bangs from outside. Quiet down a little bit, And also to keep a little bit of heat in, because this is pretty cold in the winter. Did both sides. That's 2-inch thick foam, sprayed in around them. I just trimmed everything off. I have a few more spots to repair on the whole body. That one there. That's just gonna get covered, sealed up around it. This down in here though, I'm gonna have to cut some metal out. I can't just leave that. I can't just cover that. So from about here back to about here, I'm just gonna cut it out and put a piece of metal that comes up the side, the inner rocker, goes to the floor. Simple. No curves and bends. Simple. One little 3-inch wide piece here by, we'll just say 3-inch from here by the time it goes down to the bottom. 2 little pieces over here. I'll weld these in properly. cut them out nice and square and do a nice flush weld so it looks good from underneath. And over in that corner, it's a little rough. Let me get in here. A little worse than the other side, mainly because of this part. But other than that, floors in this thing are pretty freaking solid. I had one nut zerk bolt thing break out. That's fine. We'll put a washer on the back. Tell the transmission was out once before. Not only because of all the smuts leaking out everywhere, but because we got stuff like, maybe this bolt not put in all the way. So I was hoping it was never messed with before. Trucker has original 100,000 miles. Just rolled over when I got it, and I'm at 2,700 miles. So this thing has a little over 100,000 on it, but it was definitely abused in this life. So I'm gonna get to repairing some of these floor patches. Oh yeah, and back here, little hole there. That's not too bad. This one's a little worse, but you kind of see the daylight through it, so I kind of got to fix that. But this will probably just get sheet metal over it, weld it up all around thoroughly, and then seal it. I'm not cutting all that metal out. I'll wait till it's across the whole back, put one big piece of metal in. Well, I might set up a little bit of a time lapse cutting and replacing some of this metal out in here. Well, you'll see what happens. I'll be back. like that, things are different. It's not done, not nearly. I just got a guide coat on there for now. Once again, this is nowhere near an educational video how to do. You can see clearly I'm not an expert body man because I needed to use some filler. It's still gonna get sanded down a bit, but trust me, there's filler. And down in there, little patches are the easiest. These curves crap, it's a pain, comes a pain. So I'll set you up and give it a quick once over with the sander and see how uneven it is before I finish it all up and just call it good enough. Clearly, the paint I used for a guide coat was not acting very nicely. Started like blotching up in certain spots, real thick. It still kind of did what I needed to do because this I could tell is all low. Maybe it just pushed all the paint into the lowest spots, which isn't what you necessarily want. Well, I'm gonna keep on playing with this. I'll bring it back at the end so I can show you a side view. Still lumpy or anything? You can kind of see the wave in there as well. Right in here, I know it's a big concave in. Camera doesn't really pick it up too well. I'll be back. Alright, well, time for the big reveal. Clearly I'm not a body man, but looks good enough for me. There's still some waviness, but you know what? It's an old truck, and I still plan on doing truck stuff. So I am happy with it. Now let's get all this plastic off of here. See how it turns, see how it looks with the other paint. Because this is just off the shelf paint, it is not color matched. Alright, I'll start with the door. Should not bump your fresh paint. Back half of the truck is now two-tone. Typically, yes, you would just pop out the damn tail light, but this tail light, the tailgate don't open. And I don't want to tell you how I got the tail light out to change the bulb. That's between me and the truck. I don't want to have to do that again unless we need to change the bulb. Until the day I actually get the tailgate to work. Oh my god, I just scratched my new paint. Oh well. It'll be fine. Oh yeah, nice solid line there. Guarantee you'll catch it with your finger. I'll be back in a minute.